Hi, we're here with Deborah Speed, former Verizon worker and now retiree. So, Deborah, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Okay. Now, let me get down to basic questions. Um, so you said that you worked at Verizon.
Yes.
Okay. What was your title there?
Director Strategic Alliances.
Wow. How many years did you work?
30 years.
30 years. Wow. Can you just elaborate for us more about what was that job like? What did you do? Sorry.
Okay. Well, my responsibility was to build and strengthen relationship with key stakeholders in the African American segment
Wow.
and build on public policy issues for Verizon.
That's a lot. And you said 30 years. How did you get started?
Well, I started in Bella, Pennsylvania, working in the Yellow Pages section where we did commercials. Remember James Earl Jones?
Yeah.
I did commercials with James Earl Jones for the first couple of years at Verizon. I don't know if you guys remember the Bubba commercial where he played in This Is Bubba, it was a fish. That was a commercial that I worked on.
That's great. That's fantastic. I just do a few more questions. Is that okay? Cool. Are there any projects that you feel proud and strongly about, that you put in your effort to while working there?
Well, I really enjoyed the advertising because I won a couple of awards for a couple of advertising ads that I've done. And I enjoyed working in public policy and strategic alliances because I had an opportunity to work with some great groups and I had an opportunity to meet wonderful people. I was able to meet President Obama through my job, or was able to meet several major African American players and African American dignitaries through my job. So it was a great opportunity to meet and engage with those folks.
Okay. That's great. It's fantastic. What is I think we've already covered, what your favorite memory is. As you said, or would you like to talk about it a little bit more?
Well, I had a couple of memory of jobs where I was able to save a person's job at Verizon. So that was one of my great accomplishments because she was very excited that I was able to step in and help her out.
That's fantastic. As her son, I didn't even know that, But that's good. That's good. I, as I know, your major was in college. What was your major again?
Mathematics.
Mathematics. So how did you get? I know that you said Yellow Pages. How did you get down to where you were, doing Yellow Pages?
Because I actually had an internship with IBM in Philadelphia, and then I had another internship with IBM in Atlanta. So when Verizon came down, was recruiting, they saw my resume and was like, oh, we would like to have her come work for us. So that's how I ended up getting at Verizon, working for Verizon. And I started in sales and then moved into other lines of businesses. I think I had like 3 or maybe 6 to 7 different jobs before I ended up in the last job that I retired in.
What was that last? Well, you already said it. I'm sorry, I missed the step. But you've been doing this for a while. You were doing it for a while. What is the most important thing to remember while working in that line?
The one thing that I loved about Verizon, because Verizon is big on diversity, and they value diversity. So not just diversity in what you look like, but diversity in thought and everything. So Verizon really values your individuality, whether it's how you look or your thought, family, all that's important to Verizon.
very long years, you know. And how do you feel, you know, now that you're out of it, you know?
I kind of miss it.
You kind of miss it.
Yeah, because for 30 years is a long time getting up, going to work every day. And then now being retired, I kind of miss
going back.
I miss my stakeholders. I miss engaging with them. I miss the work in supporting Verizon's policies and working with the stakeholders.
So you would say, you know, that you would prefer work life over, you know, it's hard to switch, that's how I'm hearing, between, you know, work life and staying at home. So you would say that you prefer, you know, working a little bit more than, you know, retiring?
I'm not gonna say I prefer it. I think it's it'll be a nice balance. Maybe I need to figure out my next move.
Okay. And do you feel, as you said that you were a math major, they found you, do you feel that, you know, do you feel like college helped you get that interview, get where you were?
Definitely, because if I weren't in college, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to meet some of these companies that came to the college to recruit. It was because I was in the right place at the right time in college that gave me an opportunity to actually meet with IBM and meet with Verizon to be able to get the job, because they were actually recruiting on the college campus.
And as you said, you were a math major. Do you feel the question I have for you is, if you kept going down that, you know, mathematics line, where do you think you would have ended up?
Well, I ended up where I am now, which is I'm a master's in mathematics, but I don't think I would have gotten a PhD because the master's was tough enough. Maybe teaching, but I didn't go into teaching because Verizon gave me a great opportunity to come work for them, which is why I didn't go into teaching.
I'm learning more about my mom as I'm doing this interview, you know, which is great, you know, a lot of different stuff I didn't know. I just have 3-4 more questions, is that okay? All right, that's fine, perfect.
Well, I did have an opportunity to teach at a HBCU. They actually came to recruit me, but when I told them I had an opportunity to work for Verizon, they were like, "Oh, we can't."
They can't beat out that price.
No, they couldn't beat out the offer Verizon was really giving me. So that's why they said, "Okay, we're gonna let you go."
You know, you sound like you miss Verizon a little bit. You know,
Yeah, I do.
You miss the work life, really.
I miss the work life. I miss the colleagues. I miss the benefits. I miss being able to go and present on Verizon issues to different groups and explain to them about who Verizon is and what kind of company we are.
I don't want to stop, but that, you know, I hear it in your voice. Is there any, I don't know if you, is there any aspect that you would want to change about Verizon?
Like I said, Verizon is a great company to work for. They value individuality, they value diversity, they value diversity of thoughts, diversity of just, gender.
Very diverse group. I see that, so I think I have the answer for this, but I just want to ask you, do you think that you were a successful working man, one of the up and coming people?
Yes, I believe so. Because Verizon had a successful career because I started off as a first level when they recruited me, and retired in 2018 as a director in strategic alliances. So I would consider that a success.
Just one final question for you. Just one final question. You know, in this new chapter, as you said, you know, that's retired. You know, do you feel like this is a new chapter for you? You know, for you to find out a little bit more about yourself. You know, rather than feeling I know that you missed that work life, but do you feel like this is chapter just about that work?
Yeah, this is the next chapter of my life. You know, looking forward to seeing what the next chapter will bring, whether it's a next career, or is it just about travel, or is it about actually starting a new career? Right now, everything's open on the table. So I'm starting with travel because I've worked 30 years. I'm gonna take a break. It's been a break since I retired in 2018.
Yeah.
Then we had the pandemic. So now I'm looking to travel for a minute and then maybe looking to start whatever the next career is.
If I can totally be honest, I think you should do that as well. You know, as your son, but as an interviewee, actually, we're done with the interview right now. But as a son, I think that's what you need to do. But back to me being an interviewee, okay? Into career, you're right. But those were all the questions I had for you. You said what you felt. I found a new light on my mom today, and this was fun. Is there any questions would you like to ask me, or is it, how you
No,
doing?
I appreciate it. Thank you for the interview.
No problem. Okay. Well,
Well, let me know if you have any more questions. You know where I live.
okay. Yeah, we live in the same house, but yeah, we're done.